a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC News, brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. There were 2 more cases of damaged vehicle glass on Monroe County highways Wednesday, but authorities can't say if they were deliberately caused or just accidents. Something cracked the windshield of a school bus while it was carrying Penfield Elementary School students back from a field trip to Springdale Farm in Ogden. At about the same time, another driver reported a car window damaged while passing through the construction zone on I-390 at Kendrick Road in Brighton. Monroe County Sheriff's deputies interviewed both drivers. They're not sure what hit either vehicle. Crime Stoppers is now offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of anyone damaging vehicle glass. There have been more than a dozen incidents since last month, some caused by BBs or rocks. Governor Cuomo has ordered 100 more investigators added to a statewide anti-narcotics task force to fight the sudden rise of heroin trafficking in recent months. The investigators are assigned to CNET, the State Police Community Narcotics Enforcement Team. It's a unit that supports local police with undercover narcotics investigations. The governor is nearly doubling the size of that unit.
They say the first step in drug treatment, when someone goes to deal with a drug issue, the first step is admitting the problem and not denying it. And that's the first step for the collective, for the state. We have to admit the problem. This state has a serious problem with heroin.
The governor also says a statewide push is on to get anti-overdose kits to every first responder unit in the state. Those kits contain naloxone, which can reverse the effects of a heroin overdose and save lives. A nationwide study says more than 150,000 people across the Rochester region are food insecure, meaning they don't always have regular access to enough to eat. FoodLink, the Rochester-based food bank, says that means 12% of the population across the 10-county area it serves struggles to put regular meals on the table. The Map the Meal Gap 2014 study also shows more than 54,000 children across the region struggle with hunger. That is 1 out of 5. The study is an analysis of food insecurity nationwide done by the group Feeding America. President Obama has signed the legislation naming the U.S. Post Office in Brockport after Army Staff Sergeant Nicholas Reed, a bomb disposal expert who died of injuries received when a roadside bomb went off in Afghanistan. Congresswoman Louise Slaughter and Senator Kirsten Gillibrand pushed the legislation in Congress. Sergeant Reed was a Brockport native and a Brockport High School graduate. He enlisted in 2006, and he served as an explosive ordnance disposal specialist. He was awarded the Bronze Star after the IED claimed his life. St. John Fisher College president Dr. Donald Bain says he is retiring next year, capping a 40-year career with the college in Pittsford. Bain notified the Fisher Board of Trustees and campus that he plans to retire at the end of the next school year. The college trustees will form a search committee to find a replacement. Bain became president of Fisher in 2004 after the death of Dr. Catherine Keogh, but he started in 1975 at the college as a history professor. 2 young city men were shot, and police have detained several possible suspects and were questioning them on Wednesday night. Rochester police say they were called to Rochester General Hospital when the 2 victims were brought in by private car. They were 18 and 19, and each had been shot in the leg during a fight near the corner of Norton and Carthage Streets on the east side. A short time later, on the other side of the river, officers stopped a couple of vehicles in the area of Van Auker and Tremont Streets. Several people were detained for questioning. Nearly 80 organizations that work with the homeless in the Rochester region met at Nazareth College Wednesday looking at a Wilson Foundation study on family homelessness. It found that 90% of homeless mothers have experienced at least one instance of trauma in their lives, and the severity of that trauma is directly linked to their long-term residential instability. Trauma is directly linked to mental health conditions, including PTSD, depression, and substance abuse. If not treated, those conditions affect the emotional and physical well-being of the mother's children. A 19-year-old Livonia woman is in the Livingston County Jail after allegedly trying to run her boyfriend down with her car. The Livingston County Sheriff's Office says Misty Nardone got so angry after an argument with her boyfriend in a gas station parking lot that she not only tried to run him down, she crashed through a fence and drove on the walkways of Freedom Point Park in Lakeville trying to do it. Several people had to run out of the way. A deputy arrested Nardone after spotting her car on Rochester Road in Lakeville. She's charged with half a dozen offenses, including reckless endangerment, attempted assault, menacing, and endangering the welfare of a child. That last charge is because she had a 15-year-old teenager in the car with her at the time. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of these pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.